A Chicago Sun-Times columnist once said, "A group of people surrounding Mr. Jackson have profited from his civil justice involvement," and I think that's disturbing.
That's a compliment.
I wanted to ask you about your PUSH organization. Started off as PUSH, now the Rainbow PUSH starts in 1971. I think Christmas morning you started it. Your wife once said those early days, the house was almost like a commune. Describe the scene.
Well, we all stayed with each other. We were close that way, kind of dormitory style, you know. We met on Christmas Day. Jim Brown was there, and Bill Russell, and others came from around the country to support the effort to continue using economic boycotts as a lever to get blacks on boards and C-suites and professional services and the like, which we're still doing today right on Wall Street in Silicon Valley. We began that 50 years ago.
The next iteration of your organization, long after you one day pass, where would you like to see Rainbow PUSH?
Positioned to defend, protect, and gain civil rights, locally and globally. Whether there's a crisis in Africa or Central America or Europe, whether there's a chance of war and there should be peace, we should be committed to that always. Voter registration and participation in the political process, but put a renewed focus on the private sector. I mean, politics is where the money is, the private sector is where the wealth is. Using we vote reluctantly every 2, 4, 6 years. We vote with $1 every day. Use that leverage to get companies to open up opportunities.
What do you have to do to best position your organization to have success after you?
Well, by having staffs capable of doing work. We have a senior vice president, we have ministers around the nation who are invested in this struggle. There's no doubt in my mind they can carry it on. After all, this is God's work. This is not just my assignment. This is God's work. And God will take care of his own.
The organization over the years has received a fair share of criticism. How about the piece of criticism that's bothered you the most?
People want us to do more than we can do. All the criticism just comes with the territory.
A Chicago Sun-Times columnist once said, "A group of people surrounding Mr. Jackson have profited from his civil justice involvement," and I think that's disturbing. Your thoughts on criticism like that?
That's a compliment.
How so?
If they've not profited, then we're not done work. If we're trying to get black products on shelves and get money in black banks and black insurance companies, we're trying to get access to garbage. Blacks can pick up the garbage at stores to make money. Of course they make money. And they support the organization once they make the money. Of course, there's no, so it's kind of silly criticism. Of course, people that we support us. That's how we stay in business.